Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's final video. We're going to have a look at weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's final video. Day 10 will take us to the 13th of May, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS and ECM Ensembles. Maybe around a couple of weeks, we'll have a look at the CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, and that will get us to the end of May, and I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast, and we've released it USA forecast as well. Please check out both of today's videos. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Thank you for all of your lovely comments about my ankle injury. So I did a lot better. It's still swollen and a little bit sore, but it's a lot better than it was yesterday. So you know, I'm on the mend. Gav's on the mend. But thank you so much everybody, you know, for all the lovely comments. Right, okay, let's have a look at central temperature then. So the CT is now sitting at 11.9, which is about 0.8 of a degree above the 61-90 average. That's provisional to yesterday. That's just for the first 2 days of the month. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Luton. We're starting off above average with the upper air temperature at the moment. We're going to keep them above average for the next week, really. But then we see the upper air temperatures reducing back closer to average, and those nearer normal temperatures then carry on through the middle and into the second half of the month. Precipitation-wise, got a couple more dry days to go, but the precipitation spikes are coming back. And as we go through Coronation weekend, which we're talking about on the channel a lot recently, we've got plenty of precipitation spikes showing up there, and we keep those rainfall spikes then going through into the second week of May as well. In fact, even into the second half of the month, there's quite a lot of precipitation spikes. So for the time of year, that is a pretty wet ensemble, I have to say, especially for somewhere in the southeast of the country. So expect rain, I think, is the message from that, with temperatures after a relatively mild or warm start actually becoming rather cool. Temperature anomalies from the 3rd to 11th of May are around to a little bit above average. Precipitation anomalies from the 3rd to the 11th of May actually a bit wetter than average for more southern and eastern parts of the country, a little bit drier than average in the north. So that's a bit of a flip around on what we normally expect. The latest Windflow Map from urbanknowschool.net shows that we've got various low pressure centres in the Atlantic. They're being held at bay for now by high pressure that's sitting over the country, but these areas of low pressure will be heading our way as we move into the last stages of week and the weekend. That takes us very nicely through the chart data, starting off with the UK Met Euro run for midnight on Saturday, with high pressure being replaced by low pressure coming in from off Atlantic. That low pressure will be bringing showers along spells of rain. We haven't gone low over the country midnight on Sunday. Beyond that, through to next week, we keep it pretty unsettled, really. Another low pressure coming in from Tuesday to Wednesday there. That's been further spells of rain with it. And so to go to the cool side of the jet stream as well, setting up a northwest-southeast alignment to the jet stream, suggesting that temperatures will be turning cooler there. Icon looks like this. Again, lower pressure coming in from off the Atlantic as we go into the weekend. So yes, we've got further low pressure with spells of rain here with the Icon run throughout the Coronation weekend. Low pressure is never all that far away, and even into the middle of next week, more low pressure digging in from the north, bringing wet weather at times, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on your point of view. Some people like rain, of course. The GFS midnight run, once more, is showing that low pressure is heading in from off the Atlantic through the course of the Coronation weekend. There will be showers or longer spells of rain. We keep it pretty showery as we go through next week as well. The high pressure begins to slip further out into the Atlantic, allowing the wind to go to the northwesterly direction. So not only showery, but also quite cool as we go through next week. And low pressure carries on all the way up to the middle of May. That's well beyond day 10, of course, but 15th of May, another low coming in from the west, being more wet weather and quite cool weather as well. A very unsettled day, I have to say, there with GFS midnight run. GFS 6 there is much of a muchness for the Coronation weekend, with again low pressure bringing spells of rain at times. As we get to the end of next week, just a little bit of a ridge starting to push up from the southwest, bringing something slightly drier, perhaps for a few days, but it doesn't last. But low pressure back in once more, just beyond day 10. And all rather unsettled, all rather showery and mixed, all the way up to the 19th of May. If you enjoyed the video, then please do you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. And why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. We're at 15,750 subscribers, thereabouts. We need to put on another 50 subs to get ourselves to 15.8k. Please give us a sub and help move us on to 15.8k. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, GM, again, looks rather mixed as we go through the Coronation weekend. Very showery conditions suggested here. And into next week, low pressure does continue to bring further spells of rain with it as well, all the way up to day 10. Quite cool and showery. The ECM rounding all off of chart data with low pressure again in the ascendancy for the Coronation weekend. And we keep low pressure well and truly in control through the early to middle part of next week. Just days 9 and 10 starting to allow a little bit of ridge to build up from the southwest, so things a bit drier and warmer down in the south parts, but still looking rather showering up into the north. This is a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. So the window of dry weather continues for now, but not for much longer. Showers or longer spells of rain arrive Thursday into Friday, and this looks quite wet actually for Saturday. This is the Coronation midday on 6th of May. It looks like we've got an area of more general rain pushing up from the south there, so maybe a little bit of a Coronation watch out suggested there. Certainly heavy showers, but that looks like a more general massive rain coming up from the south on Saturday morning. Little bit of a dry day maybe for Sunday, but then on Bank Holiday Monday we've got more wet weather pushing across the country, and that in turn is followed by lots of heavy showers, and they might even be a bit thundery. Showery conditions carry on to the middle of next week as well, quite cool also, before we just start to turn a little bit drier around days 9 and 10 down in the south and the east. A very mixed week to 10 days to come. This is the option on the table within the ECM Ensembles today for day 10. Gets us to the 13th of May. From the Icelandic Met Office, 51 members out, 51, all of them have a trough of low pressure to the east, a ridge out to our southwest, and more low pressure in the North Atlantic. So, you know, it's trying to get a little bit drier there, ridging up the high pressure from the southwest, but overall, even that still looks rather showery, I think, in most parts of the country. And then 2 in time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to the 18th of May. 20 members of the ECM Ensembles have low pressure over and to the east of the country, and that will bring down a rather cool, showery northwesterly or even northerly wind. 20 trying to get a ridge going to the southwest, trying to pull this ridge up from the southwest. So that's a little bit drier, but still quite showery. For the north anyway, where we keep wind in for west. And then we've got 11 with high pressure from Scandinavia towards Greenland and low pressure somewhere towards southern England. Though that could keep being quite showery, but could be warm. That might be a little bit volatile, maybe. That could allow some warmth to come up from the south between the ridge and the trough, between the ridge and the low. We might get wind up from the south, but with that low pressure just to our southwest, could trigger heavy showers, maybe in some thunder. CFS Weeklies, finally, these are 500 millibar height anomalies breaking down into week periods. The first week period takes from the 3rd to the 9th of May. The coming week has high pressure giving way as lower pressure tries to get in from off the Atlantic. Week 2 looks very unsettled. This is the Temp to the 16th of May. Low pressure in control through the North Atlantic and into Western Europe. The jet stream is on northwest southeast alignment there as well. No, unsettled, cool and showery. Week 3 will be the 17th, 23rd of May. More low pressure in the Atlantic. So again, that looks quite unsettled. And then we get through to week 4. So this is the 24th of May to the 30th. Got some high pressure weekly towards Iberia, low pressure in the Atlantic, and a blocking area of high pressure around Greenland and Iceland. A lot going on there, but I suspect the upshot will probably still be to keep things rather showery, if anything. But as it's 4 weeks away, we probably don't need to worry too much about that at this stage. Right, we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please do you like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Even, and we thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. As I say, another 50 subs thereabouts will get us to 15.8k. So please subscribe. And we thank you so much. Right, just coming up tomorrow, we're going to have the 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. We will have the European outlook as well. And if all of that wasn't enough, there will be a 10 to 14 day ahead for you tomorrow. Also, keep checking back to the channel for more for this video, though, and for today's videos. That's all for now. And thanks for watching.